Somebody had to do it.
What we got?
You had to put sound effects, cartoon sound effects on that.
Watching a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Man, it's so many people.
You should have had it when they got backstage. So people were saying, man, we told you, Dave, quit talking all that shit, man. It's going to catch up with you. They're going to get you. And sure enough, Dave Chappelle was at a comedy function. It was the Netflix is a joke comedy show. And when he was there, he got the bum rush, man. Yeah. Somebody came out the crowd and got him. Funny thing is, the real comedy was in the people trying to catch this crazy dude.
Right, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for hip-hop history.
For me! Dude thought he was being introduced.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad tackle.
That's my cue. Oh, terrible tackle. And this dude must have been covered in grease or something. He must have been covered in Crisco because they couldn't catch him. Like I said, when they got on stage, they just start slipping and sliding.
Trying to kiss a greased up
it turned
pig.
into screwball comedy when they got up on stage. Watch these dudes.
They're trying to pick his pants up.
Yeah, man. The real comedy is when they tried to catch him, just slipping all over the place.
They got him, though.
But that's the thing. They might have slipped and they didn't catch him then. But when they did get him, they beat the dude.
Ooh, that arm is broken.
They beat him so bad they broke his arm.
You could tell like where they hit him too, because like one side of the face is just so swollen, the other side's pretty okay, because they were just stomping on him.
I was about to say hit. I was wearing fists.
Yeah, no.
Those were sneakers.
I'm surprised not like a Nike symbol in his face.
You know how you got the grid at the patterns at the bottom of shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that shit on him, man. Shit, they made that dude like a pineapple. Look.
Yeah, that arm is twisted all. They broke it in so many places.
Oh, there's actual video footage. I don't want to play it because it just looks like he's trying to bust loose right now. Yeah. No, when you see it,
no, his arm's messed up.
That arm is out of joint. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna show you the difference.
It's like a noodle.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the difference between let me show you a picture here. Show you to show you how bad they beat this guy's ass. Cause y'all looking at this dude and you're like, damn. That dude was kind of fat, wasn't he? No. They just beat the out of him. His head is just swole.
Wow. Look at that.
That's before, and that is after.
That is way after.
You can't even recognize that dude.
No, because he's just so swollen on one side of his body.
Yeah.
Because he kept getting pummeled over and over again.
Like he looks like a black dude right there, right?
Yeah.
He looks like a Samoan right there. Like you can't. Like they beat another ethnicity into him.
That's impressive. I haven't seen that before. It's a hell of an ass beating.
They beat the black out of him and put some of the rock in there.
I love it that they also like handcuff arm, just break it even more.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he's not gonna get away.
Yeah, the teacher's stupid ass.
Ooh.
Everybody's already talked about this incident, and it's scary. And you know, if I had something to say about this incident at all, it's just that, man, when you go to these shows, I was saying this last night, you just take for granted how safe it seems. Or you take for granted the little bit of security that they have there. Man,
yes.
You don't understand how dangerous these crowds are.
Yeah, because there's so many people there, and you have so little security, really. I mean, what is it? It's like, 100 to every one security guard? Like, really? I mean, it's significant.
Yeah.
And you just rely, I think, as an entertainer on just the fact that you assume that the audience is always going to be civil and well-balanced.
This whole thing is an illusion.
Yeah,
it's like
crazy.
when you're driving down the street. Think about this. It's a mindfuck, y'all. You're driving down the street. What's separating you don't know how many times we're driving cars towards each other. And what's stopping us? Just a little painted line on the road.
Yeah, thank God for that line.
Yeah. This is an illusion, people, when you think that you're secure at these places. You know, I mean, I'm not even talking about beat downs. I'm talking about with trampling, too. You know, we had that whole Travis Scott thing, that Astroworld thing where, you know, yeah, you got security guards there, but they ain't gonna stop 1,000 people trying to rush the stage.
No, of course not. They could do that. They well could do that. If anything, you know, not to go off on a tangent, but it makes me go like, wow, most people are good. Most people are good people.
No, that's the thing. We're just relying on the good nature of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's about this situation here. I mean, it even has me thinking, man, because we were talking about going to Las Vegas for a live show. We just got through doing a bunch of live shows, and I told people this last night. I said there was one city that I went to, and y'all didn't even know, but I was scared to death the whole time because we know a crazy person in that city.
Right.
And we said, okay, we need security. And they put one dude with his hand in his pockets the whole time. So I was like, all right.
I feel safe.
So, yeah, so this whole thing about, going to these shows, it's scary, man. And and it makes me think, wow, I got a second... I gotta go in and like second guess this whole idea about going out and doing shows.
Yeah. I mean, we've all received death threats, and
Yes.
and something like this, even so, like, what, you comparing you guys to yourselves to Dave Chappelle? It's like, no, it's not that. It's like you just never know.
No,
in
I
these
am
kind of
comparing myself to
situations.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has enough people to beat the fuck out of somebody to get on stage.
We don't have that.
I don't know if we got that. We got one dude with his hands in his pockets and a pepper spray on some chain.
Mm-hmm.
No, at that show they did bring in a dude with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope it ain't going off like that here. But yeah, that's what happened. That's the thing. At this show, security, I don't know what it was like, but that wasn't their security. That was Dave's security that did that.
Right. And some members of the audience.
Yeah, and so
Because doesn't Jamie Foxx also? He was sitting there too.
So Jamie Foxx was there, and I think I rode up on a horse or something.
It's fun. Yeah, they called him Sheriff Jamie or something.
Yeah, he had a cowboy hat on.
It was weird.
I got you, Dave. And
The marshal's coming.
Yeah, and Chris Rock, of course, he said, y'all know I got to say it. Is that Will Smith, y'all?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Bam. That's a shitty tackle, too.
yeah, he didn't put any effort into that one.
Oh,
He was slipping before he even got there. That's the thing.
Dave is just that big now.
Dave, he is that big. This is not like 2000 era Dave when he looks like emaciated.
We ain't talking about crackhead Dave
Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah, this is like 225-pound, mostly muscle Dave Chappelle. He's a big man now.
He is a huge man now.
That time when he
I
was
don't know.
taking off, he just spent a lot of it just eating, I think, chicken and working out.
Yeah, he was on that damn Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine diet, that boiled chicken
Yeah.
Wolverine diet.
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, we ain't talking about crackhead Dave from back in the
No.
We ain't talking about that. This Dave
No,
right here.
no. Even there, he's looking a little.
They got this Dave now that talk like this.
got
Not
a growl.
this Dave back in the day that used to like just cackle. Hey man! God damn man, I couldn't handle that today.
Oh my lord, yeah. That's half-baked Dave. That's
That
half-baked
half-baked
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, half-baked Dave, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
half-
Professor Dave.
Yeah, half the size, half baked.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, no, he's had a dramatic physical, difference in the way he looks.
Yeah. He should have. Even that's him looking at himself today from back in the day.
Yeah.
God damn, I got big. Shit. But thing with this, man, is that okay, so that's my take on that situation. But now that this has happened, everybody's talking about between that tackle and that slap. Oh, wow. So now with that, people are saying, well, geez, man, everybody's sensitive now. Everybody's offended. And now it's not even safe. Is comedy under attack? Is comedy going to even be able to be comedy as we know it in the future?
Okay.
And that's one
People
of the things.
are saying?
Yeah, of course. People
Okay.
have been saying this kind of for a while and just kind of really went off when Will Smith did that because
Right.
people talking about, wow, people are sensitive. But, talking about is comedy under attack? Well, I think that, like literally under attack to where people are getting physically assaulted on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a complicated question. I think it's something that people will always ask. It's somewhat of, I don't know if exaggerated is the right word I want to say here because I know people are concerned, but I definitely don't want to tell people like, oh, you're over exaggerating and whatnot. But I do think that there are certain factors that need to be looked at here as to why comedy might be going through this right now, because this is not the only thing that we've seen. Because see, here's the thing: it definitely doesn't help. It does not help at all when we see people who are actually getting assaulted on stage in big arenas. Man, the Academy Award, it don't get any bigger than that.
That's true.
And that's all over Jada Pinkett getting offended, apparently, and Will Smith getting offended because she's offended.
Yeah, and that's never happened at the Oscars before. Never been a physical assault at the Oscars.
But the thing is, it's not just physical assaults that are going on. because we've been seeing people who are now getting up on stage and just feeling free to get up there and just tell the comedian a piece of their mind if they don't like something that's said. There's a guy, Affion Crockett, comedian. You've seen him before. He was in like the scary movies with Marlon Wayans.
Oh, okay.
But you know, it's not just people physically assaulting people. People going up there and just ruining a show, feeling just like I can just walk over everybody, go to the front of the stage, and walk up and just start telling them, "Hey, wait a minute, hold on. Let's make the show about me and my feelings."
Ma'am, it's a goddamn comedy show. What the fuck it is? How am I insulting people by talking about sexual matters between adults?
She got mad. This woman got on stage at this man's show and got mad because she didn't like the sex jokes that he was telling.
Oh, really? Wow.
I'm offended. Out of all the people in the room who were laughing, this bitch is going to sit up here and say, hold on. No, forget everybody else in the room having fun. This is about my feelings right now. You know, arguing with people on stage. Instead of just getting up and leaving like normal people do, she's like, no, I speak for the room. I'm the ambassador of comedy right now.
She made that assumption.
You know, I think that in this particular case, I think that people are feeling bold in doing this because I think social media has a lot to do with this.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, social media.
You know, there's always been hecklers, all right? There's always, I mean, the Muppets had two old dudes doing it. You know, so heckling is just a part of comedy. It's going to happen. But they sat in the back, they knew their place, and at some point, somebody told them to shut the fuck up, or the comedians shut it down. You know, but now people are like, wait, you mean, what shit, hold on. I can just walk up there? I don't have to sit in the back of the room and heckle. I can just stroll up there and tell them I am displeased.
With no consequences?
With no consequences.
Seemingly no consequences.
Yeah, the worst is I get escorted off stage.
Right.
But by that point, everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows how, everybody knows, not my opinion, but everybody knows how comedy should be because I told them.
The facts.
The facts, yeah. You know, that's people are seeing that on social media all the time, and they're thinking like, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I know you could just stroll up there."
And you think this is happening with more consistency? You don't think these are just isolated incidents? Maybe these are just like back to back to back, like the whole Will Smith thing. I think shocked people because of just where it took place.
Yeah,
the Dave Chappelle thing. I mean, I guess that's several weeks later. But even then, like, has that ever happened like at one of his shows before he physically assaulted? And we don't even know I don't know if there's any information out there in regards to why the person did it.
Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah. I think people might be doing a little bit more because they see people doing it online, but also combine that with, we're just at a point now where, you know, we have shifting sensitivity levels at this point. Everybody's a little weird right now. I'm not going to say people are wrong, but, you know, at this point right now, people feel like there are certain groups that are getting a voice more than ever.
Okay.
This woman feels like, hey, I'm a woman, and we just had the Me Too movement, you know, female power, and she feels emboldened by this movement saying like, now I have a voice where I didn't have a voice before, and so I as a woman have the right to come up and tell this guy how to do comedy. Right. After all, there's a movement about me. The thing is that there's a lot of people who feel attacked right now, a lot of groups, and rightfully so, and we want to protect them, right? But I think that sometimes we do that. We take it to levels where it's absurd, it's weird, it's oversensitive.
And it doesn't help.
No.
Actually, it makes the situation worse. And it comes off, like, in these instances, antagonistic.
Yeah. You know, today, people, you know... Now, I think Dave Chappelle went too far with some of his trans jokes because they weren't jokes, they were just ranting. But it's not even about him. But as far as him telling some of his other jokes, I'm just like, man, I'm not offended. If there's a point, it's not shocking.
Yeah.
You know, are you not just trying to shock people? Or, you know, at least it's funny or something. You know, I mean, that's fine. But I think people now, like, they feel like there are certain levels at this point in life you shouldn't go to.
Yeah, it's for me, as I said before, whether it be on here or my own stuff, it's just like I think it's totally okay for you to, because there's going to be a point where a comedian's going to say something that you don't like.
Yeah.
All right, and you have a right to be offended. You have a right not to like it, but you don't have the right to then obviously assault that person. Or certainly in these cases, or disrupt the show. Like, you can feel the way you want to feel. You have that absolute right to do so. But some of these people are going to this extra level, and I don't know if this is so widespread that this is now becoming a trend. I think if anything, it's because you brought up in the beginning, it's proliferation of social media that now we see it so often.
We see it so
everyone
much,
has a phone with a camera. Everyone has a recording device. Everyone, is online, and it feels like it's everywhere. I don't think it's everywhere. I don't think it's as consistent. I don't think it's as happening like with greater than it already has in the past. I think this is just because we have this technology. It feels like it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that we're seeing, and plus, like I said, people are just with comedy. Things are going out, people are taking things out of context, are not considering the context that they're in.
Yeah.
So, you see situations like this. I do think something's happening, but I don't think it's the assault on comedy that we think it is. Yeah,
I don't think that.
There are more people who are being offended than ever right now in a long time, and that's just the nature of comedy. You're gonna get offended by something.
Yeah.
With certain comedians, not everybody. If they're a nice family comedian or something, or they're the safe comedians who some are great. I'm just saying, that's fine. But
I bet they insulted someone too. They've said something that pissed someone else off. That's just what's happened.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what it really is. This is not. And believe me, I'm not trying to make this an attack on any groups out there, anything. This is not really, if you get right to it, this is not really an assault on comedy. Comedy, I think, is going to be all right. We'll go through this phase. Like you said, we're just saying all this stuff back to back. It is not an assault on comedy. It is political, y'all. We're at a moment, and just listen to me. If you look at, let me just explain to you. If you look at this fool's background, this guy Isaiah Lee, who did the attack on Dave Chappelle, if you look at his background, you completely understand why he did this. And I'm not saying it's right at all. It's stupid. But it was political. This dude is a MAGA guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this guy.
Okay, yeah, because I know nothing about him.
This is all coming from this crazy political environment that we're in right now. That's what's going on. It's not necessarily an attack on comedy. It's people who are crazy in this political atmosphere that we're in, feeling emboldened. This fool right here he's a wannabe rapper, right? He's a Trump supporter, and he's and I'm not trying to make this an anti-Trump segment. I'm not trying to go against the group. I'm just telling you what's happening right here. He actually made a song right now. I'm just going to tell you what it's called. Okay. This is it. It's called MAGA. So,
to the point.
Yeah, and it's as much as you can be with hip hop, it's a very, very pro MAGA Trump song. Right.
MAGA. Why is everyone talking shit about my president?
Yeah, so he's a wannabe rapper. Tell you what, you don't want to be, man. You don't want to be rapping like that. That's, first of all, that's horrible. That is a horrible. That's a horrible rhyme right there. That's a horrible song.
It's hard to understand.
I thought he's saying MAGA. I thought he was talking about magma. I thought it was a song about a volcano. Yeah. Magma. Yeah. I thought he was talking about lava.
Yeah. Was he also saying stop talking shit about my president?
Why is everybody talking shit about my president?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's mumbling. He's like mumble rap.
I'll tell you what, you ain't helping. Yeah, this dude is he's a MAGA. I'm sorry,
dude loves volcanoes.
Dude loves volcanic rocks and shit. No, he's a Trump supporter, and Dave Chappelle has been very vocal about Trump, being a racist,
right,
a terrible president, being a bad man, being an idiot. He said Dave Chappelle said a lot of things about Trump, and this dude. I even think he made a reference to Dave Chappelle talking about you on stage making jokes. I even think he talked about the venue that he was going to be at. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, so he decided to go there and do it. And here's the scary thing about it: the man just didn't tackle him. He had intent to kill. He had a gun with a blade in it.
Okay, which again, it's serious, but at the same time, it's like that's just weird. It's a gun. It's not just a gun. It doesn't have any bullets, but it has a knife. It's a knife gun.
It's actually an effective weapon because
I'm sure it is.
Well, the thing is, it looks stupid.
It does,
but it still kill you.
No, it can't. It's like really.
It looks dumb, but it'll still kill you.
That's a serrated blade right there on the bottom. Yeah. No, that would do damage.
By the way, Fox News is not talking about this dude at all.
Of course, because it doesn't fit their narrative.
Yeah. Now it's funny because they'll tell what they are telling you about him. They're telling you they gave you his size. They gave you his they gave you his age. They gave you his name, and they sure as hell let you know he was black.
Of course, yeah.
They said that loudly. They put that in. They put emphasis on that. He's black. Shit, they probably went through his turds and told you what they had for breakfast that day. But they ain't saying nothing about him being a Trump supporter.
No.
You know, you get anytime they want to get a goddamn. I'm sorry. Anytime they want to get Uncle Tom or how anything, they'll have them. They'll flaunt them. All these people who are just mascots pretty much.
Sure.
To show that, oh, look, see, we're not racist. We got black people in here.
The Candace Owens and those things.
Yeah. But they don't say that about him.
No.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit their narrative.
Yeah, and they also put he had a broken arm in there too. So
he did. Well, we know that.
Yeah, that thug, that's for other people. He ain't no real Trump supporter.
Does he have a history of mental illness?
I think so.
Okay.
He lived in an apartment complex or a condo where they said he got in fights with his brother all the time.
All right, so there you go.
They eventually got kicked out because they tore up the place. But they were out in the street yelling all the time. And they said the guy could be real nice at one point, and then at another point he flipped. So he's probably mentally ill.
Yeah, clearly.
But that's the problem, man. This is a dangerous dude who's probably mentally ill, who popped up on stage with a weapon ready to kill this man. And the reason why is because people are pretty much, speculating that he didn't like what Dave Chappelle was saying about Trump. And that is why I'm saying that, the problem here really is political. There's certain factions of certain groups of politics and political followers out there. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to make this some big attack on groups, but let's just say where it is, man. There's been some groups out there where they have not been rude, they have not been irrational, they've been fucking crazy.
Right.
And right now, there are people who are in powerful positions. There are people who were supposed to be leaders who have encouraged this kind of behavior.
Sure. Through their language on social media or through their speeches or wherever else they've been
or through their approval of crazy actions.
Right.
The January 6th insurrection, man.
Sure.
There are politicians and supposed leaders out there, and media personalities especially, who think that was free speech, who think that was patriotism, who said that, you know what? It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I know.
Man, y'all are just overblowing this thing right here. Man, that was just a bunch of people out there hanging out.
It's like most of those people, it's so funny that they originally condemned it maybe on that day, and then months later like, oh, no, forget it.
Yeah,
You were huddled in all your offices when these people were storming that building. So,
it was just a nice get-together.
Of course.
Those were just the rowdy ones they took pictures of. You mean half the fucking people out there that we see?
Or they've accepted Trump's narrative, like fine people, loving people, like that. So it's just the political discourse.
Yeah, when you have people out here approving this kind of stuff openly, you're emboldening people of all types. You're emboldening people politically of all types who say, when I see that my leaders are approving this, fuck yeah, I can go out there and attack anybody I want to. Because, hey, as long as in the name of what I believe, that's patriotism.
Right.
I've been told to defend this. That's what this shit
Use
is.
as an excuse.
Yeah. You got people you got people who we already think are not right in the head. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, yeah. Her Jewish space lasers, which she got confronted recently about.
Yeah. She talking about Jews put satellites and lasers up in space. Next thing she'll be talking about, we got damn Jewish Terminators, something like that.
It's kind of the same line of logic.
Yeah, time traveling black robots.
That's a good one.
Man, this woman's a conspiracy theorist, and some of the things that she has conspiracies about are insane.
Yeah, I know.
But here she is in a major office, not only being allowed to hold that office, but doing things that we would not even think about doing years ago, no matter what your political beliefs are. She's sitting there heckling the president like it's a goddamn comedy club.
We need to secure our border and fix the immigration system.
Anytime Ted Cruz has better behavior than you.
Yeah, I know.
Even he knows how to be respectful sometimes.
Like, I want to do that.
If Ted Cruz is acting
Fair.
better than you, that's probably something fucking wrong with you. But here's where she's heckling her and that other crazy ass chick, the one that looks like Arnold, the aardvark.
Oh shit, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Bobe or Bobart, whatever her name is. But yeah, listen to her heckling the president, her and this other crazy chick.
And as you might guess, I think we can do both.
Bill the Wall. These are
right,
out there yelling and heckling, man. heckling the president. Now, I'm not saying that you have to agree with the president. It's not like a pro-Biden the discussion, right? I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying, you don't have to agree with him. But when you see that lack of civility in our government, when you see people acting a fool like that, and there are leaders, the government, a lot of people, they treat the government like they're their parents. And we're all adult children. And if we see mommy and daddy and all the grown-ups at the party acting stupid, then these people gonna do it too.
It just shows that a lot of things haven't changed since high school. Like everyone's in their own little cliques.
Yeah.
Everyone's you're against that or you're for that, so I have to be against that. It's the same thing. It's that tribalism on full display.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If people are doing that, if they're doing that at this level of government right here, if they're acting a fool like that, then you goddamn right, it ain't nothing. It's nothing to do this at a comedy show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you feel emboldened.
If people can attack our Capitol, it ain't nothing to get on stage and attack a comedian over your beliefs. People feel like they're doing the right thing there. So that's what it really is. I don't say it's an attack on comedy. It's just an attack on the civility of our society right now, and it just happens to be in a political arena.
Yeah, everything just feels very polarizing, and I think social media has done a lot of great things. It's brought people together. It's also forced people apart.
If you can get into office and you got crazy ideas, then it's cool for me just the everyday person to act this way. Shit, this dude needs some help. You think that broken arm right there is gonna make him sing? No.
No.
He's probably like a super villain. I will get my revenge, Chappelle. This is crazy, man. This guy is probably ill. This guy probably needs some help. And what's going on? He's looking at other people actually making gains, doing wacky stuff.
Sure.
This is scary, man. We're actually encouraging people out there who are ill. And that's what this is about. It's not about an attack on comedy. This is an attack on our social structure, man.
Civility.
Our social civility here, man. It's getting so crazy now. It's getting so crazy, and people are allowing these people to, encouraging certain rhetoric, behavior, and now we got goddamn supervillains in the make. I said this last night. I said it's like when Batman became Batman and went out there and started beating up just average criminals, and the criminals like, well, shit, we got to up our game.
Escalation.
Yeah, we got to become clowns and penguins.
Literally clowns. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, so that's what this is, and so I think comedy's gonna be all right.
Comedy's always gonna be fun.
Yeah,
they've always dealt with hecklers and things, and again, stuff like that. Where people maybe get about on stage, maybe that was still happening even back then. I'm sure it was happening back then. Just no one had a fucking phone to record it or a camera or something like that. I think people are there. The fact that they're saying it's attack on comedy, it's wider. It's a wider issue.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all, man. It's. And with that being said, with all these people out here who are losing their minds, it's not just at a comedy show that this could happen. This could be anywhere. Watch yourselves out there. We're not trying to tell people don't live your life, don't be scared of anything. Go out and have fun. I'm just saying, man, we need to be careful about how we are encouraging these people out here. A lot of people right now, we're leading by example, and example is not good.
No, it's not.
and that lack of leadership or leading by example and not sitting up here and and speaking against just weird, crazy, and actual dangerous behavior is just encouraging more, and it's making it dangerous for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. That's the sad thing about it.
Yeah.
It's the scary thing about it.
Somebody had to do it.
What we got?
You had to put sound effects, cartoon sound effects on that.
Watching a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Man, it's so many people.
Hey, look, we thought about it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We had that in our minds, man.
Yeah.
Ryan, that was great, man.
Very good.
You should have had it when it got backstage.
Should have heard the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.